What you're about to listen to is a Bry-Fy production. Comic book reviews. So guys, it's the week after Comicpalooza. We had a great weekend. Casey and I went to the convention.
We did.
I think we had a lot of fun.
We did.
And so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about it because we need to. And I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because when we left to come back home, I feel like we didn't talk at all about the convention because we were so tired.
No, I was so tired.
Like, we stopped in Pearland on the way back home to get food and then just...
What did we even eat in Pearland?
You got...
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your favorite food from the weekend? Or what else did we eat? We had... Was it Papacitos? That Mexican? That was okay. Actually, that was pretty good. I got enchiladas.
We had... we had the Saltgrass and Papacitos. Saltgrass is connected to the convention center, and then Papacitos was connected to the hotel.
That's right.
And then got a smoothie from Juiceland.
Juiceland. We went there a couple of times. McDonald's.
I didn't get McDonald's.
Oh, that's right. That was just
I got a smoothie.
my fat ass.
I wanted it so bad, but
know.
all of my cosplays were bikini tops, and so I was like, I cannot
can't.
eat something that is going to make me bloat.
Yeah.
And I bloat easily.
And then we had a food truck. What food truck was it?
Oh, ooh, what was that called?
You got cheese sticks. I got a burger.
Yeah, I got mozzarella sticks.
It was so expensive, though.
So stupid expensive.
It was crazy. I mean, all the food at the convention was stupid.
But I actually did. It was the, what was it called? It was like the donut ice cream.
The
dough
donut ice cream.
Dough something. But it was really good.
Was it a food truck or was it in the...
It was a food truck.
Oh.
Oh, and then, of course, lots of Dippin' Dots.
Lots of Dippin' Dots.
My favorite thing ever.
Favorite thing. So, talking about favorite things, what was, like, one of your favorite things from the convention? From the weekend? You got to pick one.
Well, you already know the answer to this. We've been going to Comicpalooza for how many years now?
I think this is our 10th or 11th year. Since 2013.
Oh my God.
I think we missed a COVID year.
COVID years.
Like, I think 2 conventions during the COVID. So this was our 10th convention, I think.
The 10th.
Yeah, that's right, RJ.
That's right. And I had known the Ken Dolls has done Comicpalooza at least for as long as we've been going. And we've never been. We've never gone to watch it.
Right. I forget they've been there for that long.
Yeah. Because we'd
always see it, right?
Heard of them.
Yeah.
But rarely were we... Even when we did get a hotel room, like, I'd never thought to go.
Like, stay out late and stuff. Well, because, what was it? Last year was our first time trying to do that with the rave.
Yeah.
Well, we came back from my sister's birthday.
That was a bad weekend.
That was a bad weekend. That was when I got food poisoning last year. But we came back and did a little bit of the rave, but it was like 1 a.m, so it was almost done. And so there was like no one there.
Which, honestly, I preferred to going to the rave in full blast, because...
Yeah, we went this year on Friday night. And I mean, it was cool. It was a lot, and there was tons of people there, but
I feel like, last year there was more to do at the rave, because they had, like, booths of, like, the 360 camera, and then, like, games and stuff.
They did have some games.
I didn't notice. They had the free glitter ladies.
The face paint, yeah.
The face glitter, which was really cool.
That was really cool. You looked so cute.
But other than that, there was not much going on. And maybe we didn't explore the room all the way. That could have easily been...
Well, it was hard because there was a massive crowd.
Yeah, the air is breathing other people's air.
And I think I feel like I'm getting too old. I felt like I got a headache from all the music and all the lights. And I was sticking in it for you because I love you. But
I think the rave would have been a lot more fun if we went with friends.
yeah, I think that could have been a really good time.
But anyways, so we dipped on that, and we saw that the burlesque show was still going on. And we're like, well, let's go try that, because we're trying to be, what is the word?
Night people.
Yeah.
We're trying to have a good time at night.
Yeah. And so we went and checked it out, and it was actually so fun. When we went, the show was about like halfway done. But what we caught was really fun, and I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, it was a blast. And you wanted to get on stage so bad on Friday.
Well,
you were kind of like on the fence, but then you're like, no, I want this now.
Right? Like YOLO. But so we went back the next night, Saturday night, and caught the whole show, at least me and a few of my, I wouldn't even say they're girlfriends, they're like my sisters.
Yeah, like your little sisters.
Went. Which was so fun, and especially because, one of them is very lesbian, and she happened to get called up during the male-only show.
Yeah, she got the men's. I forget what the song was, but it was just so funny.
Ride a Cowboy.
Oh, that's what it was. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're sure, buddy.
And so it was a blast.
Yeah.
And I will have to say that the people who run the Ken dolls,
So nice.
they're so kind. We kept running it, especially my husband.
I kept running into them all weekend. It was
I
so
guess because
funny.
we stayed at the hotel, but like they were so kind every time, and like,
Man, they would do that show like crazy strength and tons of dancing
no,
all
yeah,
night.
the whole time we were just like amazed by the amount of like strength and stamina you have to do these things.
What was crazy is I always ran into them in the morning, like when I went to go get breakfast and stuff, and I kept running into like the guy who had a birthday the weekend, Woody, and I swear he was working out every morning. This dude was in like shorts and a muscle shirt, looked like he just got back from a jog or something. Like this dude's in amazing shape. I think he said he turned 46 this weekend.
Yeah.
And and they were so nice. I really enjoyed that. I think that's going to be something we at least not do.
Go back to.
Yeah, if we don't do it every night, at least for sure once a night.
Catch one show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun.
It really was.
And I really enjoyed it because felt very inclusive. All body types, and they were very serious on consent.
Yeah.
They specifically said cosplay is not consent.
Yeah, they did. And that's true.
Yes. So sorry, my shirt is...
No, you're good.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed all of it.
Yeah. No, it was a blast.
Like, if you wanted to be danced on, you could. If you did not, then they would not bother you.
And then they would come out into the audience, too.
Yeah, it was very interactive.
And they still were like, hey, is this cool? Or, like, they let you kind of decide, right? Like, if you're like, yeah, come over to me, then they would come over and dance on you.
And they never made it awkward either.
Oh, no. It was fun. I think it was only awkward if you felt awkward about it.
If I don't know if Brian posted the video of me on stage, but I am so embarrassed because I look like I'm just a little child out of the womb seeing things for the first time, and
it was so funny.
I just want to like crawl into a hole because first of all, when you're on the stage, you cannot see anything because the stage lights blind you. And like, I don't know what to look at, so all you do is see me looking like back and forth, left to right, just like enjoying it.
Oh man, that was so funny though. It was great though.
I'm so embarrassed. When I was in the crowd, I was fine and we had fun and we danced and stuff, but like when you're on stage, it is a completely different vibe.
You're just like, what do I do with my hands? Like
where do I look? Where do I look?
Right, because there's a lot going on too. Like, because it was like a group dance, so there's like 5 people on stage.
Yeah, there's like 5 of us on stage. Sometimes there was even like 9 people up there.
Yeah, but that was fun. That was a blast. And then the Pokemon one, because that's like they opened it up doing the Pokemon.
Yes.
So like everyone's singing it. And then what was it, second night you showed me that picture, because I wasn't there at the beginning.
Yes.
You showed me a picture of someone that was in a giant Pikachu cosplay.
Amazing.
And we both knew, like, oh, they're going on stage for the Pokemon song. Like, that's happening. And it did. And it was so funny.
It was amazing.
But the reason why I wasn't there at first on the second night is because I found out the greatness that is the retro gaming World Series room, where they have a ton of old TVs and like N64s, regular Nintendos, Super Nintendos, and Xboxes. And I don't want to say I got dragged in because I openly, willingly ran into the Halo 2 LAN party they started. And I like relived my childhood and I had a blast. But that was a lot of fun doing that, because that's something like I've always kind of seen, but I don't know. I was like, why would I pay so much money for a ticket just to sit here and play video games? But
well, I feel like when you're there for the whole weekend, like, use the time you have to do all the things.
Right, and then the show floor
and
closes.
It's a good rest. From walking.
Oh yeah, and like for me, they were open till midnight or later, so the showroom floor closes at like 8. Yeah. So to go up there and just play games for like the next 4 hours, if you had that kind of time, that it's kind of cool actually. And they do LAN parties, so like you could play like old school multiplayer with a bunch of people, like split screen and stuff. And it was fun because there was a guy or a kid who sat next to me, and I think either he was just really awkward or he might have been on the spectrum, but he would ask me questions like, hey, how do I join this, or how do I do this? Because I think he played more with like the newer Xboxes and stuff, and so the old controls,
you don't know the old way of life.
And so it was like me taking this child under my wing, like, here man, let me show you, let me help you. And like I kind of walked him around different maps and stuff, and like I purposely would not kill him even though we're playing free for all, so I could try to help him out a little bit. So I had fun. Like I thought it was a blast, and that's something I haven't done yet. I never really explored that. Like we never really
we always
explored.
like went in the room to look at it, but we never stayed and played.
Right. And I don't know, something about this year, maybe it's like I said, I'm getting old and tired. So I was like,
well, and I was busy.
Well, yeah, you went to the burlesque, and then I also went to the Cult45 Cards Against Humanity show that night too. And so you and the girls went to the burlesque show. I went to go hang out with Cult45 and all that. And that was a blast too. Getting to play Cards Against Humanity, that was fun. I'm trying to think. One of my favorite things from the weekend, though, I think my ultimate one was meeting Chip Zdarsky, the writer and artist.
You were so nervous to meet him.
I was so scared to meet Chip, so bad.
It's just so weird for you.
I don't know. It's like he's written and drawn some of my favorite comics of all time. So, but I finally braved it. I went around the time when he didn't have a lot of people at his booth, and I say worked up the courage. I just went up, paid to have a commission piece done, and buy a book from him, and got to talk a little bit. If you don't know anything about Chip Zdarsky, he does a book called Sex Criminals, which is a funny sci-fi / sexually explicit comic. But
it's really good though.
It's very good, and but they do a lot of like penis jokes and like crude humor in it as well, which is kind of funny. And it was so funny because as I was in there was a little girl and her family, like 2 people in front of me, and for her birthday, which was that weekend, she wanted him to draw a picture of a Pokemon, and he didn't really know Pokemon, and she wanted Eevee. But to watch Chip work and pencil out real quick a picture he found on the internet and then ink it, and he uses like real ink, like brush and ink and water to like add grays and shading, and he knocked this out in like 5 to 8 minutes right in front of everyone.
I wonder if it feels weird to have people come up and ask for things that you don't do.
Right.
Like do you even really know who I am?
Yeah, but I mean, she was a little kid.
Right. Like, I wonder if the parents knew who he was. Like, I wonder what drew them to his booth.
Right, but I mean...
Was it the commissions? Maybe they just wanted the commission.
Yeah, maybe the parents knew, or maybe they were like, oh, you're an artist.
Yeah, draw something.
Yeah, draw something, boy. Here's your money. Give me what I want. But, I don't know, he was just so nice and so sweet with her, which was really awesome. And, I mean, I've never had anything to think he wasn't a nice person.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he worked on a commission piece, which was like a humanized penis with stuff coming out of the top of his head. And but what was funny is like a little family was coming by, like looking at the booths and stuff, and then you could see him. He kind of like nonchalantly just flips the page and like pretends to be drawn. He's like, oh yeah, and then I'll put some happy little trees. And then like his booth mate, I don't know, I should have asked her name. She was really nice and helped me like decide what to do and purchase. She kind of like walks in front of the table and then she's like, yeah, we're just kind of chilling. And so then I posted up next to her like back to back, and she's like, thank you. And so we were like, yeah, we're just, security bouncers, and like, and it was kind of funny to be a part of that and like joke around with everyone. And then he did an awesome commission piece for me, which if you follow on social media, you can see and stuff. But I think that was like my main highlight from the weekend.
No, yeah. Starting Friday, he saw him and was like super excited. And then Saturday, was this Sunday? You got it done Sunday,
Sunday,
didn't you?
yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, so like he'd been thinking about it all through Saturday and Sunday. And then
Just
we had
sat
gone our
on
separate ways because he had some panels, so he wanted to go look at what he wanted to look at, and I just wanted to browse. So he texted me and was like, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm going to be a man.
So he was very excited about that.
Yeah. What was your coolest thing that you got this weekend that you think?
Ooh. Oh, that's hard. I got a lot of cool stuff. I got a embroidered sweatshirt of Luffy in the Nike logo.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then I also really it's called the Legging Lass.
Oh, that, yeah.
They sell like joggers, pajama pants, rompers, dresses, skirts, and these crazy patterns and this fabric that is like, I guess they have patented that only they use. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard. So I enjoyed what I bought so much that I was like, let me go online and order some more. Their website is very exclusive, and they only drop stuff every now and then.
Oh,
so
wow.
like you have to really either watch their website or social media, or you just gotta wait till the next convention.
So it's not like something you can just like...
Yeah, it's not something you can just buy.
Wow.
And like their website is password protected, so you have to have the password.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's super exclusive. Wow.
And I had the password because I purchased from their booth.
You're in the club now.
I'm in the club. But that was really neat. I'm kind of sad that it's custom made merchandise.
Yeah,
So like
that's really cool.
stuff takes time to make. So I totally understand that. But
yeah.
and then I got some good one-piece shirts.
Got that Gear 5
I visited at least one booth that I had visited last year and got a Luffy shirt, and this year I got the updated Gear 5 Luffy shirt. So it's kind of cool to see booths that were there last year
And
here
have
again,
the new
have
merch
like
and
the
stuff.
new merch, and so like getting
Excuse
to revisit those booths and patronage.
Patronize them. Look at you.
Give them my support
Right.
for a second year is really
Yeah. Talking about revisiting booths, I got to run into Ben again.
We love Ben.
We do love Ben and his Woodlands High School comic class, or like club that he brings to Comicpalooza. I can't remember, it's been 5 or I can't remember how many years they've been doing it now. But that's always fun, getting to talk with the kids and stuff. And actually, I'll post a little bit of that interview here, and we'll post the full interview later. But so you can get a snippet right here. So with you said this is your second year at Comicpalooza this year. How does it feel as a presenter going from your first time at a convention to now? Do you feel more nervous, more excited?
I think coming in, I knew a lot of what was going to happen. So I got a lot more excited than I did last year. Last year, I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what the convention was going to be like. It's a pretty long drive from my house. But once I got here, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was only allowed to stay for like an hour or two last year, but this year I've been here every single day.
Every single
and I'm
day,
going to continue being here until tomorrow.
That's really awesome. Have you all had a chance to go explore a little bit, or
Yeah.
is he making you stay here? Is he holding you against your will? It's okay. You're in a safe space now. He can't hurt you. No. School is out. You don't have to listen to him anymore.
Well, no, we've kind of gotten up and gone and checked everything out. We took pictures of the giant appa that's over down there.
Oh, yes. I saw the appa. That was so cool.
It was really cool. We're actually going to go see a panel later. The illustrator for Invincible, he's having a comic at 11:40.
Oh, Ryan Otley. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Ryan Otley.
Yes, Ryan Otley's here. Chip Zdarsky is also here. And I think, to me, that's one of my favorite things, especially for you guys, creators, getting to see big-name creators where they're so accessible. You know, you can walk up to their table, say hi, and even ask them a question, which I think is great for you guys.
Yeah.
Talk about your experience with that.
Oh, yeah. When we first got here, we were setting up our table and, like, talking to a few people. And Wheels Over is Nick Patera.
Oh,
he gives us his hard copy of his Axe Wielder John book.
Okay.
And he talks about it, and he's, like, talking to us. He's like, come find me later, and I'll sign it for you. And so we found him at the end of the convention, and we were able to get his signature. He talked a lot about art advice with me.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, talked about perspective and all sorts of stuff like that. It was a really great experience. He sat there with us for, like, 30 minutes.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun talking to those kids, which I really
And they
enjoyed.
do a good job every year.
They do, and there's some really standout pieces in the Collide book. That's what
But
they call
also
it.
the fact that they give them away for free.
Right,
I mean, you can make a donation, but like
definitely. Oh,
they could be selling these things.
and since you talked about like the donations and stuff, so I don't remember if Ben did this last year, but he did it in this book for sure. There's a QR code. So you can, I'll post it on my social media, but so you can actually just follow it on your phone and view a copy of the anthology that they did this year. And some of them are in color too, which is kind of cool.
Huh,
And
I'll have to check that out.
I think you can leave a donation that way. I don't know. Maybe I should ask Ben if there's a way, even though we're not at the convention anymore, to donate and stuff, because I don't know, it's really cool. And then what else did we do?
I feel like our panel.
Oh, our panel. How could I forget our panel?
Our panel did really good, I think.
I was told by, are you okay, RJ? You ran into some blocks.
You all right?
I was told by multiple people that our panel was a huge success, a hit. And not just because the Texas Renaissance booth across from us was doing a giveaway and had a bunch of people.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like.
We had a lot of people sitting with us.
Yeah. Well, and too, like.
They were our friends. Well, some of them were. There was actually people I didn't know, too, sitting in the crowd.
Well, yeah. But I feel like, honestly, the Renaissance thing kind of hindered us because it kind of blocked
people
us from view.
Right.
But, no, yeah, it was fun to see people's opinions. Why don't you tell them about what we did?
Oh, I was going to let you tell them, since I didn't let you talk much.
Yeah, you did not.
I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry. I think it's because I was part nervous, too.
Well, but you are a one-man podcast, so, like, you were in your groove.
I was in my zone.
But also, a lot of the dads I forgot about. Like,
right.
I would definitely have to go do research on, like, oh my God, wait, was this guy good or not?
Right.
But anyways, so basically what we did was we had a Trash or Treasure Father Edition across media. So we did fathers from movies, cartoons, manga, anime, comic books, and basically decided, were they a good dad or were they a bad dad?
Right. And so I'll post a preview of some of that episode here in a bit, but there were some dads we didn't get to.
Yeah.
I had so many. I had over 70 dads.
We definitely did not get to all
And
those.
we got 60.
Yeah, we did good.
We did a heck of a lot, but I figured I have a few here. We could maybe do a little preview or just a quick.
It was fun though, because even the Comicpalooza staff was getting into it.
Oh yeah, they were having fun. And we made little
Props.
signs props with a trash can on one side and a treasure chest on the other. And one, they were great for props, but two, they were great for fanning yourself because it was warm. So that was a lot of fun.
I was kind of cold, but also bikinis. So.
Yeah, you were wearing a bikini top. Okay, so here's a taste of some of that. I had Stoic the Vast from How to Train Your Dragon as Hiccup's father. Because at first he hates dragons and he wants...
has redemption though.
Right, he has redemption. So I thought he was a
Overall
treasure.
treasure. Yes.
Right?
Again, a good dad does not mean a perfect dad.
Right. Then I have Moana's father. Can't remember his name. He's a king though. And he's very protective. But so much so where.
But do you blame him though from his past?
Right, he lost a friend, like his best friend, to the waves, the ocean.
Yeah.
And so I felt like he meant well.
Yeah, I would still say treasure.
Treasure.
Because again, redemption. As long as you can learn from your mistakes.
Right. And then I have from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Grandpa Joe, which is always funny because yes, he goes on this adventure with Charlie to the chocolate factory, but he pretends he's bedridden for all these years and can't help his family out or anything until like all of a sudden Charlie wins this golden ticket and he gets to go to do something cool. Like,
well, I don't know that he pretends. I think, isn't it?
He just magically gets the energy.
Isn't the story that like he's gonna become stronger and then so that they could go, he does like rehab or something?
I have no idea what the book does, but in the movie he just decides
like,
all of a sudden, I said trash for this man. And then like he deliberately breaks the rules. Like
with Charlie.
Yeah, he should have known better. Like they were.
He was the adult.
Right, he was the adult. And we'll finish it off on one last one. John Goodman's character from Roseanne played the dad.
I've seen a little bit of Roseanne, but not too much. So I don't really know.
I feel like he was always. He might have had like his beliefs, and RJ's singing. Hey, hey. Oh, I'm not allowed to sing with him. Get it, buddy. Anyway, guys, we'll take a stop here to listen to a little bit more of the Trash and Treasure, and we'll be right back.
We're going to switch to another anime. I don't know if you guys are Dragon Ball fans. We got Bardock, who is Goku's father. Of the Saiyan race, loves to fight. This one was even tougher for me because mostly Saiyans, they're kind of bad people. And it's not their fault, right? It's their culture, it's how they do things. And I feel like of all the other, like in retrospect, of all the other Saiyans out there, I think Bardock's kind of a good guy, man. Like, all things considered. To me, he's treasure. I don't know what anyone else has to say about Bardock. And don't just go along with me because I'm the one with the microphone, okay? Like, no. All right, let's look at a different father figure. We'll stay with the same franchise. Son Goku, man. Wow, I already see trash coming up right away. But we have some treasures out here. What's out?
He ain't there.
But did he ever do anything wrong to his kids? I think the consensus is, if you ain't there, you ain't a dad. Is that what it is? All right, what about this guy? Piccolo! He wasn't a stepdad, he was a dad that stepped up. That's right. Piccolo was there for Gohan. He trained him, taught him how to be a good kid, and look at him now. Saiyan man, and I don't know what else he does. I don't know. He could be dead for all I know. That's what happens in Dragon Ball. People just kind of come and go as however they please. You know what? Let's stick it with Dragon Ball some more. Let's talk about Vegeta. Vegeta started off as villain, but if you know anything about Dragon Ball, you know this is the one man where Goku would just go off to have a fight. Vegeta purposely left a fight to go see the birth of his son. Mm-hmm. Granted, it happened within like half a second because Dragon Ball magic science stuff, but he was there. I say treasure. Treasure.
All right, guys, but I don't know, man. I think that kind of covers our coverage, really.
I mean, there was a lot.
There's so much, right? But I think those are like the big hitters that really stood out this weekend. The burlesque show, hanging out with Cult45.
Oh, but also, yeah, the reading we did with Cult45 was so fun.
Oh, yeah, reading Saga. God.
That was interesting.
So they post their episode that they posted of that.
Yeah, if you would like to go listen to it, please do.
But that was the recording we did over the computer.
Yeah, not in person.
And there were parts in the computer that are better than the live, but there are some moments in the live because things did not go right.
Yes.
And because Brandon was just living his best life.
He was just over it. He was like, I'm just doing this.
It was so funny. Like,
he sent it.
I know. He really just sent it. And I wish we were recorded that because there were some really funny moments doing that. But it was a blast.
And honestly, Randy did such a good job at like trying to coordinate all of this.
Oh, yeah, man.
A lot of it was just technical difficulties.
I mean,
and also the time slot.
Yeah, the time slot was pretty crazy. But I think because of the content, it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's not
I don't know,
family.
but kudos to Randy because like he got us, he ringed us all in to do this, and he made sure everybody, you know, showed up and did their thing.
Right. And he
put a lot of work into it.
He put a ton of work into it, and it wouldn't have been nearly as successful as it was if it wasn't for Randy, I think. 'Cause there's no way I would have been able.
He was definitely the, what do you call it?
He was the Joe Grizzly, is what they called on the show. On their show, is like who's like the unsung hero of a movie or something.
Okay, yeah.
The Joe Grizzly, and that was Randy.
Yes, but Brandon was hilarious to listen to. Please go listen to him.
Oh yeah, no, they're always great. Go listen to Cult45.
Also, like talking and reading around people who sound like they're actors, very intimidating. So everyone else is going to sound.
You stood your own though. Especially like when you listen to the recording that we did through the computer, I feel like you're one of the standout voices. I honestly do.
Mine doesn't have character like the others do.
Yeah, but your normal characters, it worked well for the role, I think.
I don't know. I just feel very proud and happy that I got to be a part of it. So thank you, Randy and Brandon.
And then,
and Cult45.
Since we're giving shout outs to other shows, to Justin and George from Fudge Comedy Podcast. I got to be a part of 2 of Justin's shows. I did one, it was Podcasting 101 with Justin, and then Ming Chen.
Which that one actually had a really good turnout.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. There was a couple of people, and they had a lot of questions, which was great. And Ming Chen showed up from Comic Book Man. He's been in Kevin Smith movies.
He's so nice.
It's funny because he talks about when he first came to Comicpalooza like 10 years ago, and part of it was coming to do the podcast, but the other part was he found out he had a family member here, and now he visits Houston regularly. It's like his second home that he always says.
Well, and didn't he also purchase that bar?
Oh yeah, he co-owns with, I remember Hunter Pence being one of the guys who used to play for the Astros, and another guy who actually owns companies around here, Coral Sword. They purchased that, so he's a co-owner with that, which is really cool.
Yeah, he just talked to me like he knew me for like years.
Right, just like he's
like,
so
so
genuine.
nice, yeah.
Nice. And then me, Justin, and George on Sunday talked about. It was kind of fun. Like
that wasn't the X-Men one.
No, we did some characters, but it was like superhero therapy, like what kind of therapy superheroes would need and stuff.
Oh God.
And it was just fun. I completely forgot that's what it was, and so I really just wang it like the whole way through.
You're good at that though.
Yeah. And then the last panel that I was a part of was Comicast, joining them again. I did an episode with them a couple of weeks ago, but then they asked me to do a Future of X-Men and Fantastic Four over the weekend with them, and that was a lot of fun, and I thought that was some really good conversations.
Oh yeah.
And that episode's out now too, so you definitely go check that out if you guys aren't doing anything. But I think that's it. I think we had a lot of fun and can't wait for next year.
Yes.
We're going to be bringing Trash or Treasure again, but we got to figure, do we want to do Mothers this time, or do we want to do
I think we should do something different.
Yeah, but Trash or Treasure, but we'll pick something different.
Do like boyfriends, Trash or Treasure girlfriends.
Like relationship, like lovers or something like that.
We'll figure it out.
It's got to be an alliteration, like I did like fictional father figures, so now I got to get like...
Why? Ooh. It's going to be hard to do that.
I know, but that's part of the fun.
I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry. I love you, but I did not even notice.
I worked so hard to come up with them. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.